Hey kids, after a few weeks away, we're back and we're regular. The key is proper hydration. You know Sammy! My name's Stephen Kruiser. This is Kruiser Control. Let us begin. I was going to try that sideways walk we did on the stalled first attempt. That seemed kind of dangerous. You never want to start a show off with a head injury. That's one of the rules, I think. Whenever we haven't done a regular installment in a few weeks, we like to ease you back in with something comfortable and familiar. No, it's not a double shot of whiskey in your morning coffee. It's tingle time. Kind of phoning in the tingle dances sometimes lately, Tammy, you know. We here at Kruiser Control often feel that our investigative journalism skills are underappreciated. So let's preface this week's clip with this quickie from our November 1st episode. This clip runs about 20 seconds. See if you can count how many times Tingles burps on camera. No, there aren't any prizes for the correct answer. And here is our most recent offering from the Translucent Avenger. Enjoy.
New Republic magazine has a dramatic illustration of this. The magazine obtained the internal poll numbers from the Romney camp in the days leading up to the November 6th election. In Iowa, the campaign's numbers showed them tied with Obama. In reality, Obama beat Romney by about 6 points. In Colorado, Romney's team thought they were, up by 2.5. They actually wound up losing by 5.5. Excuse me, I'm burping here.
Were you here for that episode where we had the burping before? Yeah. Where you remember? Yes. We were on Matthew's burp gate long before anyone else. He burps all the time because he's drunk at work. Of course he was racism. You heard it here first. We're the only people doing real journalism left in America, Sammy. That's right. You, me, and the cast of the thousands here. Thousands? Not talk, me good. You. Hi. He's who Honey Boo Boo's mom watches when she wants to feel like a particle physicist. Yes, boys and girls, it's time to rev it up! There, I put a little more effort into that with a staccato kind of thing. Rather than risk letting Rev Al be accused of violating the Geneva Conventions with his treatment of the English language, MSNBC has decided to keep him in a comfort zone. So he's exploring topics absolutely nobody outside of Al Sharpton's brain, and we use that term loosely, cares about.
You may not know Frank Lunt's name, but you definitely know his work. He was the poster behind Newt Gingrich's contract with America. PolitiFact says he coined the lie of the year in 2010. And as a Fox contributor, he's a Fox News regular.
Somebody needs to tell Sharpton they won. He doesn't know. In the same episode, he did, "Today in voter suppression." They won the freaking election. Where was the voter suppression? He does that every week. It's a weekly installment, and he's talking about Frank Luntz right now. They don't know the election's over. I've never seen people who were so bad at winning in my life. You know why, Sammy? You really know why? Because liberals like to be miserable. So they need to keep pretending that things aren't that good. Yes, you just stomped the second presidential election in a row, and there's voter suppression out there. Keep up the stories, Al. Polito lie of the year. It's for everyone who strives to be on the naughty list. It's the extended take. No one sees racism around every corner like the white people who frequent the little mental ward known as MSNBC. That's all you really need to know about what's in their hearts.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe there was an issue here with, you know, as Jeff was saying, you vote for the rich guy or do you vote for the black guy? I mean, for some, you know, sort of working class white voter, that might be something that might
we're being crude here, but I think it's...
There are few things more pathetic to watch than a bunch of media bubble commie elitists trying to get inside the heads of real Americans. Their presumption, of course, is that they're intellectually superior and can speak for the great unwashed masses. The reality is that a guy running a forklift in a warehouse needs about 20 times more knowledge for work than a magazine hack like Susan Milligan does. The MSM Brain Trust has a collective IQ of about 48 and is far too stupid to understand that the functional human beings outside of their echo chamber don't view the world in terms of class, race, and ethnicity. We see people, even when we look at MSM idiots like Ms. Milligan, although that is a painful stretch.
Oh, yeah.
Tweets of the week! Twitter.com/Stephen Kruiser. You follow me, I'll follow you. Tell me if I'm not following you. Upload an avatar. Someone tried to comment with an egg this week. No eggs. No egg. If you don't possess the skills to upload an avatar to a social media site, I am not going to validate your existence. That's how that goes. Tweet number 1.
We're on a mission from God.
Finally. Tweet number 1 asks, Dear Kruiser, why? Easy one. Because racism. Duh. Don't you watch this show? That's always the reason why. Racisms. Of racisms. Tweet number 2.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
That's one of the greatest movies of all time right there, by the way, which could not get made today. Blazing Saddles would offend so many people today they couldn't make it. There'd be 900 groups out picketing it. Tweet number 2. Rookie QB question, RG3 or Andrew Luck? You know, when you look at just physical skills, I got to go sometimes with RG3, but there's a little thing called playing for Daniel Snyder that's going to hold him back, okay? So Daniel Snyder is just going to keep he's going to keep drafting like wide receivers and people that RG3 doesn't need, and he's going to keep getting knocked over. It's going to be rough for him. Luck has a better ownership team behind him. It's going to be better for him, okay? Even Russell Wilson. After a while, RG3 is going to be going, let me out of here, please. You guys crazy. Tweet number 3.
Statistically, they say you're more likely to get killed on the way to the airport.
Exactly. Educational. That's very educational. That's why we watch movies and TV, Sammy, to learn. To replace the education we're not getting in public schools now. Tweet number 3 says, if the Republicans cave on taxes, Obama wins. If we go off the cliff, Obama wins. With new folks to blame. How can the people win? You've heard me say it in various ways before, but here's how the people win. You got to vote in better Republicans. It's that simple. It's not simple. The answer is that simple. The process, a little more arduous, but that's what you have to do. The apparatus is in place. We just have to make it a little more functional. Vote in better Republicans. Website, StephenKruiser.com. Go there, find out what's going on. We're still in the middle of the overhaul, so it kind of looks the same right now, but it's going to look different soon. Right? That might not be till the end of the year, okay? And don't forget, I got stuff over at PJ Tatler. Just posted something there this morning. Look for that occasionally at The Lifestyle. And as always, and we haven't done this in 3 weeks now, so you know America's waiting for it, Sammy. When you comment, if you're within the continental United States, I don't know what our restrictions on this are. You get the glorious PJTV wipey, as they're known to the fans, that do magical things. This one gives Sammy time off. That's when he's not here, he's off on a magic wipe ride somewhere. This week's comment winner from our Thanksgiving special edition says, exotic, foreign, Indonesia, Hawaii. I always wondered what happened to Urkel. Now I know. Thanks for making us all laugh at them, Stephen. How about a wipey? And that's the inside. That's like code. When you say wipey, we know you're like really one of us. It's our version of a secret handshake, if you will. After a few weeks away, the line to get in here wrapped all the way around the mainstream media twice, but only one uber idiot can be chosen each week to enter the circle of dumb. Little sideways clap dance like that. Don't ever get the sideways clap, Sammy. If you follow me on Twitter, you knew this one was coming. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is... Bob, when I grow up, I want to be Keith Olbermann Costas. The wax figure garden gnome of NBC Sports decided to dust off his trademark sanctimony during Sunday Night Football to address a domestic violence tragedy with a hack anti-gun rant. And he didn't even use his own words. He was quoting a sports writer who later compared the National Rifle Association to the Ku Klux Klan.
Handguns do not enhance our safety. They exacerbate our flaws, tempt us to escalate arguments, and bait us into embracing confrontation rather than avoiding it. In the coming days, Javon Belcher's actions and their possible connection to football will be analyzed. Who knows? But here, wrote Jason Whitlock, is what I believe. If Javon Belcher didn't possess a gun, he and Cassandra Perkins would both be alive today.
Two things on that, Sammy. First of all, the reason it's so creepy, as I pointed out earlier this week, Costas has always been sanctimonious. But now that his sanctimony is coming from that wax figure museum face of his that he's got, because that's not the real Bob Costas anymore. That's a wax garden gnome that you get at Lowe's home improvement stores, okay? And then you put outside to scare ocelots and possums and things like that. So that's creepy. Secondly, if you're going to be sanctimonious and condescending, say something that remotely resembles something valid, okay? He proceeds from a false premise with, handguns do not enhance our safety. Yeah, they do, by the way. And then he ends with, well, I know this for a fact. They would both be alive. No, it was a domestic violence thing, not a gun thing. And leave politics away from sports. God, I hate that. Yeah. I go to sports to get away from politics. Hush, you little... Ugh. It's been locked in the fridge since our last regular installment several weeks ago. Here it is, right before the mold gets to grow. It's the last piece of my mind. Now that we are officially in the holiday season, whichever your religious persuasion may be, should you choose to have a religious persuasion or if you don't, we're still here, okay? And it's a good time of year to try to relax and reconnect with family and do things like that. So here's what you need to not do. Don't get wound up about the commercialization of it. Yes, that offends me too. Ignore it. Don't let them get to you by getting you all worked up about that. Don't get caught up in all the people who are trying to ruin it for you, like the people who want to remove the holidays from schools this Saturday. Don't take the bait. Focus on how you like to celebrate. Focus on your family. Enjoy yourselves a little. After that long election season, we all deserve a little time off. Don't let the negative people get to you, okay? Yeah, and I'm the one saying that, so you know where that's at, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Yeah.